Good morning and welcome to Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai Channel. I'm Stu Nyman. I'm here with Andrew Bleckman, and we're pleased to welcome you to this Thursday matinee performance. We have 9 games in store for you beginning at noon. In addition to fast and fun Jai-Alai action, each of today's games offers win, place, show, quinella, exacta, and trifecta wagering. And if these terms are new to you, we'll explain them throughout the performance. We also have a pick 3 wager in Game 4, the high-paying High 5 jackpot that begins in Game 3 with its $2,000 guarantee, and the all-new Mighty Ocho jackpot beginning in Game 1. Online wagering is available at watchandwager.com, or if you happen to be in Connecticut, mywinners.com. But placing bets is not necessary to enjoy all we have in store for you today. We do not have any scratches to report at this early stage. Once again, there are no scratches in today's performance. A scratch is when a player who is scheduled to play is unable to be here for some reason. So far, everybody's able to be here, which is a good thing. We do recognize that many of you are sheltering in place or beginning to get back out there or safer at home. We've heard that some of you are now at our simulcast wagering partners elsewhere here in the state of Florida. So wherever you may be, we hope that you're safe, comfortable, as we all confront this new normal. We're just glad that we're able to bring you Jai-Alai as sports entertainment this afternoon. We now welcome you to sit back and relax because at 12 noon, it's time to play Jai-Alai. That is just in 8 minutes.
And folks, already into week 5 of the Jai-Alai season. Yes, 5. This is the start of our 5th week now. Kind of flies by once you get going. Now these guys have a couple weeks under them. Play is certainly improved, and definitely as the week has gone on too. So we'll see how they come out here on this Thursday, first performance of the week. Had a couple days off, maybe a game or two to get their feet back under them, but as we've mentioned, certainly been improving throughout the duration of the season. And let's take a look at those singles and doubles standings while we have a moment. So overall standings heading in to week number 5. Atop the singles standings, our leader Douglas, he's got 19 singles wins, followed by Ikeda with 17. Now Ikeda, 2-time Golden Cesta winner, also going along with that second place, meaning he has the most singles wins in 2 weeks in the season. So that Golden Cesta is awarded to the player that gets the most singles wins, kind of like a Player of the Week award if you may be familiar in other sports. So Ikeda's won that twice, but just 2 wins behind Douglas. He's in second place overall singles. And then Anderluck rounding out the top 3. He's got 14 wins. So those are the top 3. Douglas 19, Ikeda 17, and Anderluck. He's got 14 singles wins on the season. And looking at those championship double standings, and something a little different here at Magic City, we do keep singles and doubles stats separated in these doubles teams. You will be playing with one assigned partner through the end of this doubles tournament, which will go to the end of June. So one partner through the end of June. The only wins that count for doubles are wins with your assigned partner. So let's get to those stats. 14 wins for the team of Douglas and Lamonti. They are in a comfortable first place lead. 7 games ahead of 2 teams tied at second place. There's Tennessee and Bueno. Pretty solid team. Really good communication. Both of those guys absolutely stepped up this year. In particular, Bueno's been playing great Jai-Alai outside of week 1. And then the other team, Kubala and Asier, also tied at 7 doubles victories on the season. So Douglas and Lamonti ahead of the pack with 14. Tennessee and Bueno tied for second with 7 wins apiece, and we pay out 2 places for those championship doubles tournaments. So it's going to come down to the wire now. There's a couple other teams that are still in contention. You got Ikeda and Fred with 5, Carballo and Juice with 5, and then Anderluck and Diaz with 3. Diaz dealing with an injury. He will be back today. Good to see there for Diaz, and we'll see how that doubles team does. They certainly need some more games. They've played almost 20 less games than some of the other doubles teams, so Diaz coming back from injury, hurt at the beginning of last week, but that knee should be feeling better, so we'll see how he does today.
Feeling better, but apparently not feeling strong.
Sure. Yeah.
So he's got some reservations where that's concerned. Some of our other players, as many people know, come from backgrounds in variety of different sports.
Right.
But we have some football players, we have some baseball players. Some folks are used to injury, or at least working through injury.
Yeah.
Diaz, not like that. This is the first time that he's had an injury with his knee, and anybody who's had knee difficulties know that there's a structural part to it and there's a mental part to it.
Yes. Yeah.
And so it is stable, but we were talking before the performance, he just doesn't quite have the feeling of stability in that knee.
Yeah.
So we're going to see how he goes through the first game and take it from there.
Yeah. And before we get into our first game, we've got a video explaining the scoring format for our first 8 games of this performance, which will be spectacular. 7 scoring. Here it is.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
And that was a video explaining spectacular 7 scoring. Again, that will be the format for the first 8 games of this Thursday matinee performance, early matinee performance. And then the 9th game will be something a little bit different. We'll explain it when we get there. And now 3 minutes to the start of game number 1. A final reminder, this is the inaugural, last week was our trial week of that Fantasy Jai-Alai. Today is the first official week of Fantasy Jai-Alai. All the scores have been reset. FantasyJai-Alai.com if you want to play. We're going to set the lineups in just a couple of minutes. If you like to play each team, you draft a team, you have a $21 budget. Each player has a different dollar value. Your goal is to get the most possible points of your team of drafted 4 players. You get 3 singles players, 1 doubles team. You get 5 points per win, 3 points per place, 2 points per show, and 1 point per quad finish that your player earns throughout the week of play. And then at the end of each week, the person that has the most fantasy points will win a special Magic City themed prize. And Stu, we heard from corporate upstairs, got big news that there will be a season-long prize also to the person that gets the most points earned throughout the course of the season. So that's going to be a much longer-term play. You probably need to play almost every week if you'd like to be in line for that, and that prize, we'll announce that coming up. But I heard it was going to be a much bigger prize than some of the other stuff for those weekly wins. So if you'd like to participate, FantasyJai-Alai.com. There's a couple more minutes. We lock the lineups about a minute or 2 before the start of every performance. We say 11:59. We may give you a couple minutes if you just forgot this first week, but picks do lock 11:59 a.m. Eastern Time every Thursday, just before we begin the performance. We'll give you about 30 more seconds to do those if you forgot to make those picks. And the scores will be updated at the end of this first performance, so check on the website about 30 minutes after the performance to check out those scores.
And we're just about 1 minute away from beginning game number 1 in this Thursday matinee performance when we begin the week. We are ready to begin our first game, a spectacular 7 singles match. This game is played to 7 points. All points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1, number 30, Diaz. Receiving in the blue of post 2, number 10, Juice. Our first matchup of game 1 has Diaz serving to Juice. Diaz serves. We begin game 1. We have a tip ball at the 8 line, point 2. Juice first up on the board in today's performance. Our next matchup has Juice serving to the white shirt of post 3, Cool Fitness. Ball tipped off the serve, point 2. Green shirt of post 4 receives. Number 26, Lamonte. Point 2. Wow, quite a start. Black shirt of post 5 receives. Here's number 37, Tennessee. There's a hard throw from Tennessee, caught by Juice. Scoop. Nope. Point 2. Yellow shirt of post 6 receives. Here's number 18, CRB. Wow. Point 2. Juice has 5 points. Serving to the pink shirt of post 7, number 77, El Barba. Juice takes it on the forehand. Cortada, stopped by El Barba. Big backhand by El Barba. Rebote 2-all by Juice. El Barba with a tip ball, point 2. Straight points to a possible game point here for post 2. Juice trying to stop him. Post 8 us here. Point in game, post 2, Juice. It's a playoff 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 for second and third place. One first serves to 3. Diaz from the forehand. Plays it back. Rebote by Cool Fitness. Diaz makes the catch. 2-all. Lands wide. Point 3. Here he has 2 points. Serving to post 4, Lamonte. Lamonte from the forehand. Hard to the inside. Cool Fitness makes the catch. Strong backhand. Rebote left side. Stays in play. Nice by Lamonte. Here's Cool Fitness at the 7 line. Cortada scores for Cool Fitness. Point 3. Possible place point for post 3. Cool Fitness trying to stop him. Tennessee. Nice forehand rebote by Cool Fitness. Cool Fitness on the left side. Rebote by Tennessee. He'll keep the ball in play. Here's Cool Fitness. Ball tipped. Point and place to post 3. Cool Fitness. 6, 7, 8, 1, 4, and 5 pair off and play off for third place. 6 first serves to 7. El Barber from the forehand. Puts it up high. CRB moved up, could not make the catch. Point 7. 8 now serves to 1. That's a hard throw by Diaz. Nice and high to the front wall. Rebote by Aussier. Good catch by Diaz. Outside placement by Aussier scores. Point 8. 4 now serves to 5. The winner of this point meets 7 and 8 in the continuing playoff for third place. Strong forehand throw by Tennessee. Rebote by Lamonte. Wild and off the court. 7-8-2. 7-8-5 rather. Now play off for third place. 7 first serves to 8. Backhand by Aussier. El Barba for the rebote. Two all scores for Aussier. Thrown beautifully. Point 8. Possible show point for Aussier. Here's Tennessee. Big backhand by Tennessee. Rebote by Aussier. Tennessee caught it. Returns it. It scores. Point 5. This is the last matchup of our first game. Tennessee serves to Aussier. This is for third place. Good catch by Tennessee. Hard throw. Rebote. Thrown nice by Aussier. Hard throw. Good catch by Aussier. Tennessee makes the save. Aussier moves up on it, makes the catch. Tejada, the soft play. He draws Tennessee in. Tennessee has it. Midcourt placement, taken in the air by Aussier. And it was still in play. Absolutely still in play.
Wow.
Philo scores. Wow.
Good point to close it out.
Point and show, post 8, Aussier. God, that resurrected what was otherwise a terrible game. It's official. Coming in first, post 2, Juice. Taking second, post 3, Cool Fitness. Coming in third, post 8, Aussier. We'll have your prices in just a moment. And that's one thing we're always going to do here at Magic City Jai-Alai on the Jai-Alai Channel. We're going to be honest with you. And there are times where the things our players do is exciting. That was not one of them. The first game was painful up until the end, and then Aussier did a really good job along with Tennessee of getting the ball and not dropping it, and overall that was great. That gives us our first prices for the day. the quinella. So that's first and second in any order. That's 2-3 or 3-2, returning $42.60. The trifecta, 2-3-8, $743.60. That's first, second, and third. These are $2 prices, so you put $2 on each number in the combination if you're betting along with us today. And if you're just watching, we're glad to have you just watch. We would like to show you something better than what we just showed you, and there's always the probability that's going to happen, especially later in the performance. Good way to think about the distribution of games in our performances are that the early games are weaker players, and then the players get progressively better throughout the performance. Our best singles games are the last two, or the 8th and 9th. Those are our top players playing in those games. And again, in the singles championships, as you go throughout this, playing for $15,000 in prize money. It's $15,000 for first, $10,000 for second, $5,000 for third, but we're still pretty far away from that. Those awards will be awarded when we close out the season in November. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our second game, Spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. I think the players have gotten the message that the uninspired play of the first game was not pleasant, so we will look for some better play in this second game. Also, a few different players playing in the second game, so there's always the chance it'll get better, Andrew.
Yes, absolutely. And for Juice, I mean, say what you want, but he's really been playing well these past couple of weeks. He's got a win last week, 2 wins week 3, and he's only got 4 on the year, so all of his wins coming in weeks 3, 4, and 5, so playing much better. And also, Asier, just incredible effort in that last point. I mean, obviously, the whole of the game, Stu, wasn't, call it what it is, was certainly far from the best game we've had here.
I believe the French call it crap.
Probably, yeah.
Crap.
Not the best first game even we've had.
The Spanish, I think, call it crap.
Translates in every language, right?
It does, crap.
Right, exactly. And one person that was not that way, however, we're saying Asier, though, much better these past couple weeks, both singles and doubles. And it just looked, just completely different out there. His confidence, just a lot more composed compared to everyone else. He was making catches. He was throwing 2 walls in that first game. And I think that's just a matter of, building off of that performance last week. Really strong. Let's take a look at the numbers. 3 singles wins, and I think they also had 4 in doubles. So 7 wins. He's been playing much better. Really, really stepped up. And that is Asier we're talking about. Pretty good highlight bloodline as well. So certainly helps as well.
Yeah, coming off of 3 days of a break, which the body certainly appreciates in highlight, but the mind, not always. Realistically, it's concentration is such a key factor in these games, especially at this stage. That when we're playing with players who have only been playing highlight for the longest has been playing just slightly less than 3 years.
Yeah.
A guy like Lamonte, who was in the Coast Guard for an entire career, retired, played last year with us, so he's got a little bit over a year and a half of play under his belt. So, especially in these early stages, concentrating on every catch, dividing the catching and the throwing is 2 distinct processes. Have to concentrate, make the catch, then decide what you're going to throw.
Right, and it's the middle ground of, not trying too hard, not really pushing and not doing too much, but also just a matter of just concentrating, standing there, and really just focusing on making the catch. You try to do too much sometimes. You get your mind, you're worried about throwing a 2-wall. You're worried about throwing a carom. Just catch the ball, rally, and be patient. We talked about that last week. In doubles, we see a lot of guys, they get it, and especially against Douglas, too. They go for the kill right away to try to get the point because, they may be a little nervous. Like to see these guys, particularly at the beginning of the week, just rally it a little more. Get comfortable, get catching, get confident. All these guys need it, and then that'll really lead to the better play. We've seen it consistently throughout the season. As the week goes on, the play gets exponentially better, and towards the end of the week, it's really, really strong in those later games. So, just rally more, just get it in play, and sometimes you don't need to do too much in the beginning stages of the week. And I think that's really, sound advice, for these guys in a good mindset. Just not too much thinking overall.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remain. Placing all wagers in Game 2. There are no scratches in Game 2. There are no scratches in today's performance.
And again, want to thank those that played along with the Fantasy Jai-Alai game that we created here last week. If you weren't with us at the top of the broadcast, we mentioned that first week was a trial week. This week, all the points have been zeroed out, so we will play from week 5 of this Jai-Alai season through the end of the year. There will be weekly prizes awarded to the person that gets the most points every week. And then there's a season-long prize that's going to be a much bigger prize that will get awarded to the person that gets the most points throughout the entire season. So you got to be pretty good at picking. You got to watch a lot of Jai-Alai, and certainly a well-deserved major award there for that overall season's points leader. And all the scores have been zeroed out under the season standings to make everything a little less confusing and avoid any trouble later down the line. And again, scores will be updated after the performance between the two performances of the day. So you want to check that out about 30 minutes after the performance, and they will be up.
We are ready to begin our second game, where we have high hopes over the first game. I'm not going to sing the song, though. This is a spectacular 7 singles match, played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving the red shirt at post 1 is number 8, Jedden. Receiving the blue at post 2, number 7, Ben. Our first matchup has Jedden serving Ben. There's the serve. Game 2 has begun. With an overserve, point 2. 2 first up on the board in our second game. That'll bring to the court the white shirt opposed 3. Here's number 24, Cool Fitness. Scoop by Ben. Strong backhand, comes low on the rebote. Tennessee looking to throw a shot. Missed. Point 2. Green shirt at post 4 receiving. Our next matchup has been serving to Vuelo. Vuelo with a drop ball off the serve. Point 2. 2 has 3 points. Here's post 5, Tennessee. Strong backhand throw by Tennessee. Ben looks for the rebote. This is a big picada, big bounce. Tennessee's going to have to jump, and he didn't get there. Can't stand there and look at it. Got to move to it. Point 2. 2 on the board with 4 points. Here's post 6. Anderluck receives. Strong backhand by Anderluck. Here's Ben. Hard throw. Anderluck takes it in the air. Another hard throw. Ball tipped by Ben. Point 6. Here's post 7. Bueno. Point 6. To complete the first round of play, here's El Barba in the purple shirt of post 8. El Barba on the catch. That got away from him. Overhead screen. Not good. Point 6. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points. Anderluck has 3 points. He serves 2. The returning a 1-post, Jedden. scoop by Jedden. Rebote by Anderluck. Off the court. Point one. Play continues. Jedden serves. Post 3. Cool Fitness. Under serve. Ball must land between the 4 and 7 line. That didn't. Cool Fitness now serves to Vuelo. He returns in the green. Wow. Ball missed off the serve. Cool Fitness has 4 points. He serves to the black of post 5, Tennessee. Powerful backhand throw by Tennessee. Cool Fitness is there. Tennessee on the catch. Great pickup on the forehand of Cool Fitness. Tennessee missed it. Point 3. That gives Cool Fitness possible game point here in the second game. Trying to stop him. Post 2, Ben. Great catch by Ben off a good serve by Cool Fitness. Rebote left side by Cool Fitness. Too much sidewall. Add a play on the 2 wall. Point 2. Play continues. Possible game point for post 2. Ben trying to stop him. Post 7. Bueno. Bueno on the backside. Ball missed by Ben. Point 7. Here's post 8, El Barba. Nice backhand throw by El Barba. Rebote by Bueno. It's a 2-all. Too much. Point 8. El Barba has 2 points. This matchup has El Barba serving to Anderluck. Nice backhand by Anderluck. El Barba not able to play the rebote. Point 6. Possible game point for Anderluck. Good catch by Anderluck. That's a nice carom. Just wide. Point 1. One has 4 points. Here's post 4. Vuelo. It's a nice throw by Vuelo. Rebote by Jedden. Vuelo takes it in the air. Low and hard on the backhand. Nice rebote by Jedden. Vuelo from the 8 line. Jedden missed it. Point 4. Post 5 receives. Tennessee. Good pickup by Vuelo. There's a nice throw. Beautiful rebote to the inside by Tennessee. Hard throw by Tennessee. Vuelo tipped it at the 11 line, 0.5. Tennessee has 2 points. In this matchup, he serves against Cool Fitness, who receives with possible game point. .5. 5 have 4 points. Here's post 2, Ben. Strong backhand by Ben. Tennessee on the run. Nope, should have tried to have thrown that Rabote. Point in game, post 2. Ben. No playoff here, thankfully. 3 places, 6 shows. Unofficial order of finish. 2, 3, 6. Results from Game 2 are official as posted. Coming in first, post 2, Ben. Taking second, post 3, Cool Fitness. Coming in third, post 6, Andrew Luck. Well, play looking up a little bit as we await the prices from Game 2. Not much, but a little bit. It was definitely, the second game was better than the first game. Still play pretty much felt uninspired. It's one of the drawbacks of both announcing, doing play-by-play, and coaching, teaching them on regular days is that the frustration of a coach rolls over onto the microphone. However, you're going to get a very honest review of what they're doing, and also during the games, the players can hear at least what I'm saying. Andrew's mic's not on the court, but mine is, and so part of that isn't just for you folks out there who are listening, but if you hear me say something borderline derogatory, it's really directed at the player to try to get them to remember what they're supposed to be doing out there. Usually works. And here are your prices. So there's a consolation with the Quinella. Let's go to the trifecta first. 236. That's first, second, and third place finishing. $386.60. Consolations in the Quinella. That's first and second in any order. 2 all and 3 all. The 2 all returned $2.80. The 3 all returned $3.80. And we have that type of payoff when no one had the 2-3, or of course 3-2, as a Quinella. So there is a consolation payoff. 2 with all numbers and 3 with all numbers. Up next is Game 3. Game 3 is a spectacular 7 doubles match, the first of our 3 doubles games in today's performance. Doubles a little bit different here at Magic City Jai-Alai. Our front quarters and back quarters are matched for an entire season. There's no rotation of front quarters and back quarters, unless, of course, one happens to be injured, which is not the case today. Other than that, it's played exactly the same. 2 players in each post position trying to get to 7 points first. Whoever's got the easiest play on the ball makes the catch. That's all there is to doubles. Game 3 also begins today's High Five jackpot with its $2,000 guarantee. Post time for Game 3, just about 8 minutes away.
And before we get into this first doubles game of the week, we have a little recap video that the Jai-Alai Channel creates every week called the Rabote Recap. Well, basically just a recap of the previous week's action. Features singles, doubles, and that Rabote play of the week, and maybe some additional stuff as well, but I guess you're going to have to check it out and watch. Here is the premiere, the debut for week number 4. Take a look.
4 weeks down in Magic City Jai-Alai's 2020 season, and to no one's surprise, our reigning champion number 13 Douglas continues to hold on to that top spot in the singles championship standing. The Wonder Boy started week 4 off with an uncharacteristic day of 0 in the money finishes. Not to worry, he was able to turn that around in a hurry, finishing off the last 3 days of play with 4 wins. Douglas's 19 singles victories so far in the season is impressive, no doubt, but it gives him only a 2-game lead ahead of the equally determined second-place player, number 23, Ikeda. After going winless in his previous week of Jai-Alai action, Ikeda completely flipped the script in week 4. Anderlecht and Vuelo are only about a metaphorical length behind first place with 14 and 13 wins respectively, but they're going to have to stay sharp if they want to catch up to the 2 runaway ponies at the front of the pack. Not only did Ikeda earn 5 singles wins in week 4, but he also capped off the week with his second golden cesta of the season. Number 23 left the digital fans and his competition in awe with his silky smooth play and unmatched consistency. Ikeda is now the only player on the 2020 roster with multiple Player of the Week awards. In our first doubles championship tournament of the season, the strategy of keeping the ball away from Douglas seems to be backfiring as he and Lamonte continue to fly up the leaderboard. Though they didn't quite match their unworldly output from week 3, they were able to secure 4 more doubles wins to maintain their gargantuan lead over the rest of the teams. With their 14 wins, the team of Douglas and Lamonte have twice as many victories as the teams of Bueno and Tennessee and Asier and Kubala, who are going into week 5 with a total of 7 wins. Asier and Kubala were one team in particular that stormed back from the depths of the leaderboard in week 4. They officially tossed their hat back in the ring with an impressive 4-win week. Kubala seemed to catch every ball that came his way, and Asier played the perfect complementary role in the front court with a display of improved patience and excellent shot making. Asier and Kubala will need to continue at this torrent pace if they, or any other team for that matter, want to continue to put pressure on Douglas and Lamonte. We've seen some comeback kids in Magic City's history, so nothing is impossible. This past week, the Jai-Alai Channel made history with the first ever Fantasy Jai-Alai League. Here's how it works. Every week, members of the league draft a new fantasy team of 4 players. Out of the roster of 4, 3 must be singles players and 1 must be a doubles team. Each player and doubles team has a dollar value assigned to it based on the statistical averages from the season. The objective is for league members to build the highest scoring fantasy team using a $21 budget every week. The fantasy team with the highest point total at the end of each week will win a prize. Plus, at the end of the season, a specialty prize will be given to the fantasy team with the highest overall points total. The scoring system for Magic City's Fantasy League is as follows: 5 points per win, 3 points per place, 2 points per show, and 1 point per quad. Every week is a new chance to start earning points for your fantasy team, so new league members can join at any time. Entries must be submitted by 11:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Thursday to be valid. In other words, fantasy teams must be drafted every week prior to the first serve of the week. Our second week of Fantasy Jai-Alai action kicks off this upcoming week, so visit fantasyjai-alai.com to draft your own fantasy team and start winning today. This week's Rebote play goes to a guy with a pretty impressive bloodline, number 31, Asier. Asier struggled in both singles and doubles play at the beginning of week 4, but he still managed to get his head in the game and continually found himself in the coveted win column, 7 times to be exact. Perhaps Asier's inspired play was sparked by this helmet-flying, diving, no-look Rebote save in the first performance of the week. You're going to have to see this one to believe it. Take a look at this Rebote play of the week.
Here's Cool Fitness on the forehand. Nice and hard to the front wall. Gets by Kubala. Asier with a diving save to make the save. Beautiful by Asier.
And that was the Rebote recap looking at last week's action. We'll have that debuting for you every Thursday on the Jai-Alai Channel. And Stu,
more importantly, it takes up an entire 5 minutes where we don't have to ramble on endlessly back here.
We've only got a minute.
Less than a minute.
Less than a minute.
Less than a minute. Anything you want to say before the beginning of the doubles game?
I was going to say Game 3. We'll update doubles stats before we get into it. First place, Douglas and Lamonte. They are ahead of the pack. They got 14 wins. Tied for second, Tennessee and Bueno, Kubala and Asier, they are at 7. We only pay out to 2 double spots, so instead of 3 for singles, so second place much more important for these doubles games. We'll see how it plays out here.
We are ready to begin game number 3. This is a spectacular 7 doubles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirts post 1, we have the team of Diaz and Anderluck. Diaz is back. Receiving the blue of post 2, Asier and Kubala. Diaz serves. We begin game 3. Catch by Anderluck. There's the backhand. Taking on the forehand of Kubala. Outside placement by Anderluck. Missed. Point 2. 2, first up on the board in our third game. That'll bring to the court the white shirts of post 3 for this next matchup against CRB and Vuelo. Vuelo got a piece of the side wall. Kubala's there. Catch by CRB. Rebote forehand by Kubala. CRB takes it in the air. Great catch by Kubala on the left side. Vuelo for the rebote. Out of play. Point 2. 2 has 2 points. Asier serves with 2 points to the green shirts. Post 4 in this next matchup. We have Cool Fitness and Jeden receiving. Cool Fitness with the drop ball, point 2. Asier and Kubala have 3 points. They're serving to the black shirts of post 5. Now taking the court, we have Lamonte and Douglas. Douglas opens up on the forehand. Nice and deep. Rebote coming out. Rebote missed at the 7 line, point 5. Here are the yellow shirts of post 6, Bueno and Tennessee. Bueno picks the serve, rifles the reverse, caught by Douglas. Douglas on a powerful backhand. Douglas got there, flipped it up to the ceiling, out of play, point 6. 6 serves, 2. The pink shirts of post 7, we have Juice and Carballo receiving. Backhand by Carballo, deep to the inside. Great catch by Tennessee. Carballo on the backhand. Ball dropped, point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirts of post 8, we have El Barba and Ben. Powerful backhand by Ben. Carballo looks for the rebote. Nice save by Carballo. Here's Ben. Ben. Carballo hard to the inside. That's going to score. Point 7. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return in the second round, we have Diaz and Anderluck. Any luck from the backhand? Any luck on the forehand? Carballo with a tip ball at the 10 line. Point one. One has 2 points. The team of Diaz and Anderluck now serve against the white shirts opposed 3, CRB and Vuelo. It's a good serve by Diaz. Anderluck with a hop, dropped the ball. Point 3. 3 serves, post 4. The green shirts take the court. Here's Cool Fitness and Jedden receiving. Nice serve by CRB. Scores. Point 3. Three has 4 points. They served the returning 2 post in the blue shirts, Asier and Kubala. Strong backhand, taken on the forehand, almost of Vuelo, point 2. Possible game point for the blue shirts at post 2, Asier and Kubala. Trying to stop them, the black shirts at post 5, Lamonte and Douglas. Douglas steps in on the backhand. Nice and hard. Kubala's there. Kubala threw that in the overhead screen, point 5. Lamonte and Douglas have 3 points. They serve to post 6, the yellow shirts. This matchup has Lamonte serving to Bueno and Tennessee. Bueno picks the serve. There's the reverse. What a catch by Douglas behind the 13 line. Tennessee's got it. Took a look, make sure he wasn't going to hit Bueno. That's nice. Bueno for the rebote inside. Nicely thrown. Douglas is there. Powerful backhand by Douglas. Swing and a miss. Point 5. Possible game point. Black shirts at post 5. Lamonte and Douglas. Trying to stop them are El Barba and Ben. Ben on the catch. Good catch by Douglas down low. Hard backhand. Rebote coming out. El Barba's there. Swing and a miss. Point in game to the black shirts at post 5. Lamonte and Douglas. No playoff here. 2 places, 3 shows. Unofficial order finish 5-2-3. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results are official for Game 3. Coming in first, post 5, Lamonte and Douglas. Taking second, post 2, Asier and Kubala. Coming in third, post 3, CRB and Vuelo. 5-2-3 are the 3 numbers, first, second, and third for Game 3. And we'll just get your prices up here in a moment. Well, each game has gotten a little bit better.
Progressively better.
It's gotten a little better. The first game, painful. Second game, not as painful. Third game, not as painful as the first 2, with a couple good points, but we're still seeing a number of mistakes.
Right. And
nice song. The $2. I hear music and there's no one there. $2 quinella, 2-5. That's first and second in any order. 2-5 or 5-2, $12.80. Trifecta, 5-2-3. That's first, second, and third place finishing, $140 even. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our 4th game, a Spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. There are no scratches in our fourth game. Game 4 does begin today's Pick 3. To play the Pick 3, you correctly pick the winners of games 4, 5, and 6. Post time, ladies and gentlemen, for Game 4, 7 minutes away. Good luck.
And we understand a lot of new viewers out there may be questioning, do you lose in the sport of and hopefully clear everything up for you all. Take a look.
Jai-Alai is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then, in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in Jai-Alai. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a Jai-Alai player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And that was a little winning and losing. Obviously, you want to be out on the courts too. You don't want to make that dreaded walk back to those stools we got back there now, not benches or how it used to be. Socially distanced back there, of course.
Stools of shame.
I like that. Alliterative as well.
Oh,
Still
you know,
going.
alliteration.
Yeah.
Alliteration going into the fifth week is not easy. It's really not.
I was going to say,
because every time you go to say something, you're like, didn't I already say that? Probably.
Increasingly tougher. Yes. And interesting in that doubles, I don't know, maybe you could speak to this, Stu. The team of Ben and El Barba, I mean, on paper, one of the better teams out there, just can't seem to get anywhere in the money. Do you maybe have a theory as to why? I mean, you obviously are a little closer to these guys.
Well, El Barba's definitely off today. I don't think there's any question about it. I haven't spoken to him, so I don't know what the issue is.
Yeah.
His mental game is a major part of his success or failure.
Yeah.
And so today he just straight up seems distracted. Mm-hmm. You know, I have no idea what happened to him on that rebote.
Yeah.
Overall, plays was a little bit better, but we still have some players that aren't. For instance, Velo, who's absolutely been a standout today.
Yeah.
He's dropped more balls than he's caught almost. Diaz got an issue with his knee, so his mind is slightly preoccupied with, is my knee going to hold? Is it not going to hold? And that's obviously a problem going into it. Juice took advantage in that first game. He just caught and threw, got it up to the front wall. Everybody else screwed up. That carried him through to a win.
See some chatter. Producer Lindsay's telling me, people asking about the link for Fantasy Jai-Alai. The new link for that Fantasy Jai-Alai League, the one we'll be working on off of through the end of the season, is fantasyjai-alai.com. Very simple, just fantasyjai-alai.com. It is on your screen right now. You'll see the link there. And that will take you directly to the page that was originally created. We had that tiny URL link at first and shared a couple laughs over that, but we switched it to Fantasy Jai-Alai. Much simpler. One of the only, maybe the only Fantasy Jai-Alai league. So that domain was available.
It's on the screen if you're on the YouTube channel.
Yes, on the YouTube channel.
If you happen to be watching, because I just thought about folks that are sitting at some of the simulcast partner sites. There's a few more of them open. Look at the screen saying, there's nothing on my screen but my screen.
Yeah, we can see it now. That's a cool, superimposed right over, got the fire. Oh, yeah.
That's very fancy.
I like that graphic. Yeah, Fantasy Jai-Alai again. Picks For this week, we started. Picks will be due before the first performance of every week, and our first performance, at least through this part of the season, will be Thursday at 12 p.m. So get those in before 12 p.m. if you can. And we have weekly winners, season-long winners for that as well. You got a budget. You pick 4 players, stay within that budget. Then you just try to get as many points as you possibly can. Points for win, place, show, and quad finishes, and there's varying amounts of points for each of those. And pretty fun. A lot of people playing. We appreciate all the support in that fantasy Jai-Alai league. So thank you again, and we hope you're enjoying that. Those stats will be updated after this performance. 1 minute to game 4.
We're just about a minute away, and the pools are looking nice. When I talk about pools, I talk about either a swimming pool, but in this case, talking about the pools of wagering. The trifecta pool with $750 in it. And pick 3. Ooh, looks like someone changed their mind in the pick 3. There was over $1,000 in the pick 3 a moment ago. Now there's $867. Still, those are respectful. And we're ready to go to begin game number 4. With this serve, we'll begin game 4, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt at post 1, we have Asier. Receiving in the blue at post 2, CRB. Our first matchup of the 4th game has Asier serving to CRB. Point 2. White shirt at post 3 receives. Here's Diaz. Diaz from the left side. Reverse to the outside. Lands just out. Point 2. Green shirt at post 4, Tennessee receives. CRB missed the ball at the 10 line, point 4. Black shirt at post 5 receives. Here's Lamonte. This next matchup has Tennessee serving to Lamonte. Robote swing and a miss midcourt, point 5. Now receiving, post 6, Juice. Juice missed the serve, point 5. Let's try this one. Lamonte will serve Wello. Nope. Point 5. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt at post 8, we have 24 Cool Fitness. Good catch by Cool Fitness. He holds onto it, returns it. It's scooped by Lamonte. Cool Fitness from the backside. Reverse 2-all. Lands in. Robote thrown nicely by Lamonte. He keeps the point alive. Point 8. Well played by both players. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return in the second round is Asier. Robote left side by Cool Fitness. Touched the top rail. That's out of play. Point one. Asier has 2 points. He serves to post 3. Diaz. Powerful backhand by Asier. Robote saved by Diaz. Takes a big bounce. Asier stops it, brings it in, returns it from the left side. Forehand Robote just above the pad. Asier makes the catch. 2-all by Asier. Stopped by Diaz. Diaz sends it back. That's going to score.
Yep.
Diaz has 2 points. He serves to post 2. CRB. It's a good throw by Diaz. That scores. Point 3. Diaz has 4 points. He serves to Tennessee wearing the green shirt at post 4. Got away from him. Point 4. Tennessee has 3 points. He serves to the returning 6 post. Here's Juice. Tennessee makes the catch. Hard to the inside he goes. Juice looks for the Robote. Plays it up. It's a 2-all. Tennessee stops it. Returns it. Hard. This one's going to cut more out. Yep. 2-all Robote. Stopped by Tennessee. Tennessee with the carambola. That one scores. Point 4. Possible game point for Tennessee in the green at post 4. Trying to stop him. Post 7. Vuelo. Nice backhand by Vuelo. Good catch by Tennessee. Tennessee with a strong throw to the inside. Forehand Robote. Up, up, and away. That's out of play. Point in game. Post 4. Tennessee. 3 places, 5 shows. Unofficial order finish. 4, 3, 5. Results from Game 4 official coming in first, post 4, Tennessee. Taking second, post 3, Diaz. Coming in third, post 5, Lamonte. 4, 3, 5 is the official order finish for game number 4. And just when you think it's getting better, not so much.
No.
That was a tough game, especially the first. I mean, you never want to start off a game with the miss serve. I mean, that's
no. The serves are, obviously, you need to get those serves in to start the point. But that's just, a lot of times just a matter of focus and just, these guys, they know they can get the serve in, on a consistent basis, right? It isn't rocket science. It's just throwing it. There's a lot of area off that front wall. So,
in year 1,
yes,
maybe.
Right.
Year 2, mistake, getting used to it. Year 3,
Yeah.
We can't have that anymore.
No.
All right, moving on to our prices. The Quinella. That's first and second in any order. 3-4 or 4-3, $31.20. The trifecta, 4-3-5, $657 even. The trifecta is picking who's going to win first, second, and third. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our 5th game, a spectacular 7 doubles match. The second of our 3 doubles games in today's performance. Game 5 will be played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Post time for Game 5, just about 8 minutes away. And as we look at the doubles that's coming up, once again, for those of you who are new to Jai-Alai, as we discussed it, as we mentioned earlier, doubles the same as singles. You have 8 post positions, and instead of having one person playing in each post position, you have 2 people playing in each post position. As far as rules go, the front quarter must serve. And apart from that, whoever has the easiest catch on the ball is the one who makes the catch. There's no rules about, does the front quarter catch and the back quarter catch? No. Whoever's got the easiest catch on the ball. You're still playing 2 7 points. All the other rules are the same. The lines on the bottom of the floor here have to keep it inside those lines. Serve from behind the 11 line. The ball has to bounce. That's sometimes a question.
Yes.
At 11 line. The player can be obviously in front of the 11 line. Most are, but the ball has to be bounced behind the 11 line. And on the serve, it's got to land between the 4 and 7. Also in doubles, what can be a little bit different is the strategy on the serve.
Yeah.
The goal in singles is to bury your opponent on the serve as far back in the corner as possible, or put them as close to the side wall as possible if you can't get it all the way back into the corner. In doubles, you want to keep it away from the front quarter. You don't want the opposing front quarter, when you're serving, to catch the ball in the air. So what most players do, or at least try to do, is cross the wall. So in doubles, you serve, and you serve it from the front wall to get it to cut to the side wall. And again, that varies from player to player based on not just their own strategy, but their own ability. Not everyone's quite there yet. So those are some of the differences in strategy as far as play as doubles. And what we also do in doubles here at Magic City is we pair one of our strongest players with one of our weakest players. And as you go team by team, it's a stronger with a weaker. So it's not necessarily strongest with weakest.
My favorite part just about the doubles play in general over the course of a couple seasons is just looking at these guys as teammates, right? You think of Jai-Alai a lot of the times, you may think of it like an individual sport. It's like golf. There's, you play by yourself a lot of the times, and then sometimes you end up playing with a teammate. And it's a little bit, the mindset is a little bit different. There's a lot of guys, particular like, type A personalities will say that are a little more aggressive, and you have that on the team with Ben and, El Barba. So it's really interesting to see, how different teams communicate, how different teams, strategize for these doubles games, and over the course of 2 years, you really see the difference. I mean, Douglas and Lamonti, one of the strategies that a lot of teams have is, maybe try to get the ball to Lamonti, but, give credit where credit's due. Lamonti's sticking to the outside. He's taking those caroms that are coming in hard, taking those 2 walls, and that's the strategy they've had. Lamonti is an integral part to that team. He plays that outside, the shots that Douglas can't get. And you see a lot of times teams give up free points, just a matter of, not communicating. There might be a shot between, running up for, to pick it out of the air or let it come off the back wall for Rabote. So the communication is something that I'd like to see a lot more improvement on throughout the course of the season, and that's where people have been giving away a lot of free points, in particular against teams like Douglas and Lamonti, some of those stronger teams, maybe the slightest lapse in, mental lapse there could be the difference, and that certainly shows in the standings. That team of Douglas and Lamonti we mentioned, well ahead of the other teams. They've got 15 doubles victories. Next closest team has 7, so now they are over double the next closest team. This tournament we've got just about a month left of play. It'll go through June 27th. And you got 3 doubles games a day. If they keep winning at this rate, Stu, it's going to be tough for any team, really. I mean, they're just so strong. They play really well. And Douglas, I mean, he's just been playing great. He's catching consistently. Not doing anything overly crazy. Not throwing a ton of kill shots, just keeping it in play. And that really seems to be the key for him.
No question about it. And also, one of the other things that's going on is that the players, we discussed this last week, are under a certain amount of pressure to either keep it away from Douglas or try to take advantage of Lamonte's weaknesses.
Right.
And unfortunately, the majority of these players on this roster don't have that degree of skill yet to be able to target someone, to be able to target someplace. Right. They have the concepts to throw the ball where the opponent's not. They have the ball. They have the ability to throw it in a particular direction. But the pressure to throw a good 2-wall to try to force Lamonte out, they throw the ball off the court.
Right.
So the recommendation that we, of course, make to them in training them is, look, just play Jai-Alai.
Yeah.
Just play Jai-Alai. If you got the 2-wall, throw it. If you have the carom, throw it. If you have these shots, by all means, throw it. No one's stopping you.
Exactly.
But don't be pressured to throw shots where you're going to wind up losing the point anyway. That makes no sense.
It's the timing of the shot, not necessarily throwing that shot. I mean, there's opportunities, and you see a guy like Bueno in particular always goes for that first serve and sometimes gets a little overly aggressive and throws it well off the court. It's just a matter of, you can keep that to the inside, just throw it off the front wall, and maybe that second or third one that you pick in the front court, you go outside when they're maybe not expecting it. But I think now that they're a little bit more aware that people are trying to kill the shots, now Lamonte's really sticking to the outside. Douglas can cover a lot of the court, and it's tough for these other teams to really sneak it by them when they're just playing consistently and communicating. It's really not that difficult what they're doing. Really simple.
No question about it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin Game 5, the second of our 3 doubles games. This game is played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirts post 1 is Juice and Carballo. Receiving the blue post 2 is El Barba and Ben. Juice serves. We begin Game 5. Powerful backhand by Ben. Robote to the inside by Carballo. Nicely thrown. Carballo with a hop makes the catch. Back to the inside he goes. Ben with a tip ball at the 9 line. Point 1. Carballo and Juice first up on the board in our 5th game. That'll bring to the court the white shirts of post 3, Lamonte and Douglas. Powerful backhand by Douglas. Robote by Carballo. Another powerful forehand by Douglas. Carballo for the Robote. Missed it. Point 3. Our next matchup has Lamonte serving to the green shirts of post 4. Diaz and Anderluck. Anderluck on the catch. He goes wall to wall from the forehand. Forehand to the outside, scooped up by Diaz. Catch on the forehand of Anderluck. Anderluck goes deep again. Great catch by Douglas deep in the backcourt. Anderluck from the 11 line. Douglas moves up, makes the catch in the air, throws it hard. Robote coming way out. Point 3. Lamonte will now serve to the black shirts of post 5, Asier and Kubala. Kubala throws Picata. Douglas stops it. The 2-all by Kubala lands out. Point 3. Here are the yellow shirts of post 6. The team of Cool Fitness and Jedden. Cool Fitness from the backhand. Nice hard throw. Douglas is there. Here's Cool Fitness. Douglas from the forehand. Low and hard, it's coming in. Great catch by Cool Fitness. Robote left side. Big bounce in the middle of the court. Jedden called for it. Plays a beautiful 2-all. Sharp 2-all. Jedden chased it down. did a changeup, and it scored. Well played, point 3.
I guess that's the only way you can take him out, Stu.
Point 6, rather. 6 now serves to the pink shirts of post 7. Bueno and Tennessee. Rebote coming all the way out. Nice rebote by Jed. Good catch by Tennessee. Good catch by Cool Fitness. There's the backhand. Taking on the forehand of Tennessee. Rebote left side for Jedden. Catch by Tennessee. Good catch by Cool Fitness. Nope, you got to make sure you caught it before you try to throw it. He didn't do that. That's why he dropped it. Point 6. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt of post 8. CRB and Vuelo receive. Last matchup of the first round has Jedden serving. Point 8. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return in the second round, we have El Barba and Ben. Powerful backhand by Ben. Good catch by Vuelo. Good catch by El Barba. 2-all by El Barba, lands in and scores. Point 2. Here's post 1 of the red shirts. Juice and Carballo receiving. Good catch by Ben. Strong backhand. Carballo for the rebote. Point 1. The one team has 3 points. They serve the returning 4 team, Diaz and Anderluck. Anderluck makes the catch. There's a hard throw. Carballo for the rebote.
Wow.
Cortada. What a catch by Carballo.
Wow.
Carom by Carballo. Stopped by Diaz. 2-all by Diaz. Scores.
That's high.
What a well-played point. Finally. Good. 4. 4 gets the point. Here are the black shirts at post 5, Diaz and Anderluck. Point 5. Here's post 3, the white shirts. Lamonte and Douglas return. That ball almost went to the left of Douglas. Douglas kept that away from the overhead screen somehow. Point 3. Possible game point for the white shirts at post 3. Lamonte and Douglas trying to stop them. Post 7, Bueno and Tennessee. To the overhead screen, the ball went. Point in game, post 3. Lamonte and Douglas. 3 wins it, 1 places, 6-2, 4, and 5 will pair off and play off for 3rd place. 6 first serves, 2-2. Robote by Jedden. Here's Ben from the 11 line. Nice throw to the inside. Jedden lets it pass to Cool Fitness, but that's a really tough catch for Cool Fitness. And that goes off the court. Point 2. 4 now serves to 5. The winner of this point meets 2 in the continuing playoff for 3rd place. Ball missed off the serve. Point 4. 2 serves 4. This is show point. Anytime now, Barbara. Overserve. Point in the 3rd place finish for post 4, the green shirts, Diaz and Anderluck. Results from Game 5 are official as posted. Coming in first, post 3. Lamonte and Douglas taking second, post 1. Juice and Carballo. Coming in third, post 4. Diaz and Anderluck. There are your prices for Game 5. Quinella, first and second, any order. That's 1-3 or 3-1, $13.20. Trifecta, 3-1-4, $93.80. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 6, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. We have high hopes for these singles games. We really do. 6, 8, and 9. Those are our last 3 singles games. So we hope.
Imagine the perfect mixture of athletics, spectacle, and speed. Jai-Alai.
Let's design a Conan O'Brien or Conan superhero.
Sure.
Oven mitts. Maybe there's some steam coming off the mitts because I took a focaccia out of the oven. Oh, a highlight glove in the other one. That'd be great.
Have you ever played Jai-Alai?
Actually lacrosse, but it's Jai-Alai for white people.
I'm Johnny Nacho. This is Steve-O. This is Jai-Alai.
Jai-Alai is like handball, only you fling the ball and catch the ball with this basket thing. It's more complicated than that. And dangerous. It's got the same fingerprint as baseball, only better. A special stadium called a fronton. And you can sit real close, which is a thrill because the ball goes 175 miles an hour.
I can serve this pelota almost 200 miles an hour.
Big whoop, that little squishy. Jesus, is this made of limestone?
It's a dangerous game, amigo.
It's called a cesta. It's made of reeds from the Pyrenees.
The ball is called a pelota.
A lightning ball.
Oh, good God.
That was a little video showing Jai-Alai in pop culture. obviously, we said last week, once you're in this community, it becomes a little bit smaller. When you're more aware of it, you see more references than you maybe would think there are.
There are quite a few out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got a question. Producer Lindsay fed this one. Someone asking about the status of Rock.
Is that the lovely Lindsay?
Lovely Lindsay, yes.
Lovely producer Lindsay.
Yes. Lovely, yeah. We'll keep the alliterative.
What would she like to know?
Rock's injury status and when he's going to be back. What's going on with Rock?
I'm sure she asked in a very lovely fashion.
Absolutely. With some emojis, made it, if you can, talk about it. Very nice, absolutely.
Rock's had a history of shoulder problems that don't know if they go back to his football days or not. Definitely don't. But since he's been here, he's had a history of shoulder problems. And when he's chasing down a ball, last week I believe it was, he hit the wall.
Yeah.
Shoulder bothered him after that.
Yeah.
And also his knee was bothering him as well. So Rock is out with an undiagnosed knee and shoulder injury and is going to be having an MRI review of both. And so we imagine those MRIs will be done this week. So I don't expect to see Rock. We definitely won't see him this weekend.
Yeah.
There's a possibility we may see him a week from today. Not sure based on the outcome of that. Yeah. So he's in a bit of pain, but for that type of injury, we need medical clearance before it comes back.
Yeah. And Rock not playing in any singles, but partnered up with Ron in that doubles tournament. That first one will, again, go through June 27th. So just be looking to get back to doubles action and get Ron out there for doubles play as well.
Yeah, we're a little banged up here. We just are. We're a little banged up. I mean, it's common in Jai-Alai, and part of the commentary about Jai-Alai injuries. Yeah, are there upper extremity injuries from throwing and overuse injuries in the shoulder? There can be. Shoulder and wrist injuries are not uncommon. However, the most common are lower extremity injuries, knees and ankles. Yeah. Knees being the most dangerous, ankles as well. And what that has everything to do with is running around on concrete, running and jumping on concrete. Yeah. For knees, one of the most difficult things is the server. Mm-hmm. The server who serves and does a twist when he serves, then in doubles runs straight to the outside and has to stop and cut back inside. Yeah, that planting with these rubber soles on the concrete, the wear and tear on knees is significant. And so now that we've been very fortunate the first 2 years as far as injuries are concerned. We had Wello out with ankle surgery. Juice was out he didn't have ankle surgery, but he was out with a bad ankle for quite a while. We've had Legend out with torn ACL and reconstructive surgery on his knee. Bradley, thank you. Yeah, I was going to say last. Bradley's had fairly bad knee injuries for a long while, so we're a lot of that's being exacerbated, especially the harder they play.
Right, I was going to mention
the harder they play, the more they want to.
They're flying and crashing into the sidewall. I mean, Rock and then Diaz. I mean, both of them unfortunately got injured on effort plays going in there. So not what we'd like to see, but the effort certainly a big part of that. So hope to see them back out there, and Legend and Bradley hopefully getting them back very soon for singles play. So that'll be good.
But the Jai-Alai player's best friend, NSAID.
Never.
Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medication.
There you go. Acronym, yeah.
That will bring us to game number 6, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt at post 1, we have number 29, Vuelo. Receiving in the blue at post 2, number 23, Ikeda. Vuelo serves. We begin game 6. Vuelo on the catch. Robote with a soft touch. Vuelo on the run. Holds on to it. Nice control by Vuelo. Point 2. Ikeda is first up on the board in our 6th game. That'll bring to the court the white shirt at post 3. Here's number 22, Bueno receiving. Nice backhand throw by Bueno. It's tipped at the side wall by Ikeda. Point 3. Our next matchup has Bueno serving to the green shirt at post 4. Here's Ben. It's a good catch by Ben off a really good serve by Bueno. Bueno digs that rebote out. Hard throw by Ben. Good catch by Bueno. Carom by Bueno does not open up. Good catch by Ben. And a beautiful 2-wall by Ben's going to score. What a nice throw by Ben. Point 4. Ben's going to retie his cesta, throw away his glove, and that's so nice of you, Tennessee. Thank you. Tennessee, he really is the nicest guy on the roster. Tennessee receives in the black of post 5. It's a hard throw by Tennessee. Good catch by Ben. Ben. Oh. Post 4. Point 4. Okay, Ben now serves to the yellow shirt of post 6. Here's El Barba. El Barba comes over the top, back to the inside. Here's Ben with a drop ball. Sometimes the floaters are particularly difficult to catch. That's a good example. Point 6. El Barba will now serve to the pink shirt of post 7. Here's Jedden. Catch by El Barba. He winds up. That's a 2-all that's going to score. That's beautifully thrown by El Barba. Point 6. Here now to complete the first round and receive wearing the purple shirt, post 8, Anderluck. That got a piece of the side wall and shot out. It's a Magic City bounce. Point 8. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return in the second round, Vuelo in the red shirt. Excellent serve by Anderluck. Good try to get that serve by Vuelo. Point 8. First double point goes to Anderluck. This next matchup has Anderluck serving to Ikeda. Ikeda on the run, makes the catch, puts it back inside. Here's Anderluck. Good catch by Ikeda. Hard throw. Scoop. Missed. Point 2. Ikeda has 3 points. He serves to the returning 3 post. In the white shirt, we have Bueno. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Good catch by Bueno. Great pickup on the left side of Ikeda. That reverses low, but it's in. Ikeda from the 11 line. Hard to the inside. Bueno's there. Rebote's coming to the 5 line. Turned on the forehand of Ikeda. Here's Bueno. Carom by Bueno. Ikeda read it, stopped it, took his eye off the ball, and Bueno scores. Bueno has 3 points. He serves to post 5, Tennessee. Big backhand by Tennessee. That touched the overhead screen. That's out of play. Point 3. Possible game point for the white shirt at post 3. Bueno trying to stop him. Post 4. Ben. Big backhand by Ben. Rebote left side to the inside. Scoop by Ben. He holds onto it. Nicely placed inside. Not too hard. That's a great rebote by Bueno. Good catch by Ben. Another hard backhand by Ben. Great catch by Bueno. Rebote left side by Ben. He'll keep the ball in play. Here's Bueno at the 7 line. Hard throw. That scores. Point and game, ladies and gentlemen, of the white shirt at post 3. Bueno.
Well deserved there, Stu.
Absolutely. Worked hard for that. This is a playoff for second and third place. 8 serves to 2 for second and third. Ikeda on the catch. There's the backhand. Rebote missed. Point and place to post 2. 8 shows. Unofficial order finish 3-2-8 for game 6. There are prices for Game 6. The Pick 3 4-3-3. 3 of 3 numbers returning $368 even. Once again, the Pick 3 4-3-3. Quinella 2-3. That's first and second in any order. 2-3 or 3-2. $13.20. The trifecta 3-2-8. $85.20. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our 7th game, a spectacular 7 doubles match. The third and final doubles game in today's performance. Next game is played 2. 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Game 7 does close out today's High Five jackpot. There are no scratches in our 7th game. Post time is 8 minutes away. Well, the play certainly picked up on that last game.
Yes, sir. It was
we had high hopes for it.
Yeah.
And again, not every point, but the majority of points in that game were definitely much better, and that's all you want to see.
Yeah, and there was that one point there, I think, looking back at the program here, it was Ikeda and Anderluck. After the points double, after that point there, the pace of the game just completely flipped that point with Anderluck and Ikeda kind of took his eye off of it and missed it there on the outside. But after that, the play in that game was absolutely incredible. Much better pace and catching. And how about Bueno on the year? Can't say enough about him. Couldn't find the win column early. Was getting tons of places, tons of shows. He's got 20 places on the year, 9 shows on the year. Those are some of the highest on the roster to go along with 11 wins. So Bueno, I mean, a guy only in his second season, was not part of that the first season crew that Magic City Hustle. He was not featured in that, and a guy that has some little highlight pedigree. His dad played back in the day, so said he would go to Miami Highlight. He would throw it against the wall ever since he was a little kid and just play catch with himself. Paying dividends here. It's working out for him. 11 wins, 20 places, 9 shows. A very solid season for Bueno, number 22.
Father was a standout player at Miami Highlight for a number of years, then played a couple seasons with me up at Fort Pierce. At the end of his career, very much after he retired, did it as a favor to me. Was putting together a small roster in Fort Pierce and basically give me a roster of retired highlight players any day. Benny number 22, that's where Bueno gets his number from. So And Benny, obviously one of the top front quarters at Miami for just about 20 years. And we're looking at our high five, the most popular wager here at, not the most popular in terms of most frequently used, but as far as talk goes,
yes,
there's definitely no shortage of talk about the high five with its $2,000 guarantee.
Yeah.
And going into Game 7, if post 1, post 4, post 6, or post 8 win Game 7, someone's taking home that $2,000 guarantee, because those are the numbers that are alive. The high five is a pick 5 wager. So you're correctly picking the winners of games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 to play the high five.
And Stu, it has those potential prices that'll roll around up there. In the 7 there, you see it says 160, 360, meaning that there is not one singular winner. There's multiple people that hit it, so the prize is split amongst all the people that have it. That $2,000 is to a single ticket winner. So the team of I actually looked down at the sheet and I said it's kind of surprising that no one had Douglas and Lamonti for that $2,000, but makes sense that will be split up amongst all the people.
It's got to be
I was like, yeah, they won the first 2. No one has them in this this game. That's kind of a shock there, but multiple winners there for the 7. So a lot of numbers on the board could potentially give out that $2,000 or some big payouts regardless.
And we have 3 minutes till we begin Game 7. Our third and final doubles game for this matinee performance begins in just less than 3 minutes. Don't forget, we're back at 4 p.m.
Yes.
We're going to do what we did this morning, again this afternoon with 9 games. We're just going to do it better.
Absolutely. Play everything. And we'll have some fantasy stats updates for you, so we'll get that in there as well. And a note on that as well for the doubles teams in terms of fantasy points. If you played at doubles, you saw Douglas and Lamonti were the highest value. They were a $9 team. Well, just looking at total points scored on the fantasy season, you can see maybe a little reason why. 113 total points scored for the team of Douglas and Lamonti on the fantasy season. In doubles play, the next closest 2 teams are tied, Carballo and Juice, and Tennessee and Bueno with 67. So they're, not quite double, but maybe, pretty much, almost double what the other teams have. So you see they're really just dominating the play. Second most places, third most shows. So all across the board, dominating win, place, and show column. That's certainly a good formula for success here. And in the money, just under 60% of the time, too, for that team. So just across the board, obviously, Stu, now the public is all over it. You see in that high five there, multiple people have the 7 in order to hit that high five. So picking up on these doubles teams, particularly quickly now into the 4th week of doubles action. And again, we pay out to 2 spots for the championship doubles tournament, so maybe a little more second place now. Looking at that, Tennessee, Bueno, Kubala, and Asier tied with 7. They're currently in second place. And then Ikeda and Fred, Carballo, and Juice have 5. So there's 4 teams right there. And then Andrew Luck and Diaz, also a very good team. And Ben and El Barba, we talked about them on paper. They've got 2 wins. So a lot of games left in this double season. Still a month left to go. But Stu, you see the way they play in that game, Douglas and Lamonti. And the point that took them off the court that first time in Game 5 was a little Dejada. Took kind of a big bounce. That was the play that had to get them off the court. They've just been playing really well, and it's been tough for other teams to get their number, even with a good strategy going out there. Maybe trying to get it to Lamonti, but certainly not working for him.
Yeah, we have less than a minute to go till we begin, and strategy and highlight for me sometimes does break down to look CTFB. So right. That's a good strategy. That's a strategy that we have for catching the ball, which is just CTFB. Catch the something ball, and then throw it where your opponent's not. And if you're not in a good position after making a complicated catch, just get the ball back to the front wall. And with that tremendous advice, we'll begin game number 7. A spectacular 7 doubles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirts of post 1, we have El Barba and Ben. Receiving in the blue of post 2, we have CRB and Vuelo. Our first matchup of the 7th game has El Barba serving. To the blue of post 2, CRB and Vuelo. El Barba serves. We begin Game 7. He thought he was there. Point 2. White shirts opposed 3. Cool Fitness and Jedden receive. Cool Fitness from the backhand. Vuelo with a good catch at the 11 line. Jedden makes a nice rebote. He gets it back up to the front wall. CRB steps in at the 8 line. Good catch by Vuelo. Rebote swing and a miss. Midcourt, point 2. CRB is now serving to the green shirts opposed 4. Bueno and Tennessee receive. Bueno takes the serve. What a great catch and a beautiful carambola. That's stopped by Tennessee. Here's Vuelo. Vuelo from the 11 line. Gets it over the front quarter, puts it to the back quarter. Tennessee makes the catch. Vuelo on the backhand from the 11 line. Hard to the inside, stays away from that side wall. Nice backhand by Bueno. Bueno from the forehand, missed it. Point 2, well played by both teams. Black shirts opposed 5 receive. Diaz and Anderluck. Anderluck goes deep. Rebote missed by Vuelo, point 5. Here's post 6 in the yellow shirts, Juice and Carballo. It's a strong backhand by Carballo. Rebote by Diaz to the inside. Nicely thrown. Anderluck turns and makes the save on the rebote. Yep. Here's Juice with a drop ball, point 5. Pink shirts of post 7 receive. Lamonte and Douglas. It's a good serve by Diaz. Here's Douglas. Strong backhand, played low. Anderluck's there. Anderluck puts the ball to the corner. Wow. Douglas pulls it from the side wall. Rebote coming out. Rebote fails short and scores. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirts at post 8, Asier and Kubala. Kubala with a drop ball at the 11 line, point 7. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return in the second round, El Barba and Ben. Ben with a good catch. Douglas makes a fantastic catch deep in the backcourt. Puts it back inside nice and hard. Ben sent that rebote to the overhead screen. Point 7. 7 with 4 points in this next matchup. Lamonte serves to the white shirts opposed 3, Cool Fitness and Jedden. Good catch by Douglas. Strong backhand. Good catch by Cool Fitness. Douglas from the left side. Low and hard to the inside. Nice rebote saved by Jedden. That's a nice catch and nice throw by Lamonte that's going to score off of Jedden Sesta. 0.7. Possible game point for post 7. Lamonte and Douglas trying to stop them. Post 4, the green shirts, Bueno in Tennessee. Bueno was going for the serve. That was a good serve by Lamonte. Douglas makes the catch on the hop. Hard throw. Bueno calls for it, plays it. Douglas calls for it. Hard throw. Caught beautifully by Bueno. Good catch by Douglas. Douglas goes deep. Rebote coming out. Point and game. Pink shirts, post 7. Lamonte and Douglas. 2 places, 5 shows. Unofficial order finished 7-5. Your prices will be up in a moment. Coming in first, post 7, Lamonte Douglas. Taking second, post 2, CRB Vuelo. Coming in third, post 5, Diaz and Anderluck. And we'll have your prices up in just a moment.
And with the 7 winning there, a couple people getting all 5 of those numbers, meaning that the high 5 will carry over in the non-traditional way, but it will still carry over because there was not a single winner.
$1,287.20. However, still guaranteed at $2,000, but getting up to that $2,000 mark. The Quinella from Game 7. That's 2-7 or 7-2, $30.40. The trifecta, which is first, second, and third place, 7-2-5, $164.60. 2 games left in this afternoon's performance, ladies and gentlemen. Games 8 and 9, both singles game, both featuring our feature game players. You've seen most of them before out on the court. Now they play all together. The 8th game played 2, 7 points, points double after the first round of play. Game 8 will close out today's Mighty Ocho. Post time for Game 8, 7 minutes away. Good luck.
And how about that? Sweeping the doubles action, the team at Douglas and Lamonte continuing to open up the lead now, Stu. It was 7 entering today, now all the way up to 10. 10-game lead in that doubles tournament only in week 4, so they have really opened it up in a hurry.
The other players really need to get over Douglas. They just need to play.
Right.
Stop doing these things that are losing you points.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I've seen Douglas do anything other than catch really well and throw hard. That's it.
Right.
Has he thrown great caroms? Has he thrown shots that guys can't get to where you throw? No, he hasn't done any of that.
Right.
So what we've been seeing is a number of guys that are beating themselves, trying to beat him. And it's just been mistake after mistake. And that is one thing that Douglas has done very well, is he hasn't made mistakes.
Right. Yes. He's catching the ball. He's been very consistent, but I mean, it's a great point you're making there, Stu. It's really, he's not doing anything crazy. He's just getting out there, he's catching, he's throwing it, and it's the winning formula for this team.
No question about it.
To give him, 17 wins, 10-game lead. I mean, we've only been playing, how many games have they played? And they've won 34% of their doubles games, that team of Douglas and Lamonte. Next highest percentage is Tennessee and Bueno, just under 15. So, with the same amount of games played in these doubles, we only have 8 active doubles teams right now. Like you said, you got to get over the mental hurdle at some point, and you got to switch your strategy up. A good line that you talk about in sports sometimes is, the definition of insanity is, doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And these guys go out there every single time with the mindset of, let's pepper Lamonte, get it to him. At some point, you got to switch it up. I mean, you look at the numbers here, and it's not working. I mean, just plain and simple, it's really not working. So, I mean, if that's what's going on in their heads, and it's a mental thing, at some point, you just got to play highlight, like you're saying. Get it up there. Let them make the mistake. And, Douglas is a guy that has all the tools to do all the, throw every single shot, and he's not even doing it. He's just keeping it there. So, it's a good lesson for maybe all the other players. Just get it in there and let him make a mistake. Give Lamonte a couple balls. See if he can do it on a consistent basis. He got, I think, he got one ball in the middle of the court in that last point. He made a good catch, but you only give him a couple opportunities. He can catch those, and he gets into a good rhythm, and it gives him confidence. You need to give him one that, he moves a little bit, keeps it short. So you got to, at some point, you really do have to switch it up, and time is only running out. Games are getting less and less there, and a 10-length lead. So still a month left, still 3 games a day, and but you got to switch it up at some point, and hopefully these teams will start to do that. We'll see that in the afternoon.
And we also see Ron coming in post 3.
Yes.
Ron having a slow start back this year. Obviously, he came back, joined us from left his wife and child back in California, which I know has been playing on him a little bit.
Yeah.
Hadn't played for 3 months. I asked, I said, what do you think the problem is? He said, I'm fat. Was literally, that's a direct quote.
Wow.
He gained weight in the offseason. He did, but that's obviously not the issue. He's in the process of taking off weight, but he is experiencing some pain in that knee.
Yeah.
And the way he explained it was that when he goes to move a particular direction or push off of it, he experiences pain literally right in the knee. So he was checked out this week. And the way the doctor left it up to him. If you don't feel like you can play, you should scratch.
Yeah.
If you feel like you can play, you should continue to play. So Ron very much wants to play. We're going to allow him to play.
Consummate highlight guy, of course.
No question about it. I mean, that's not a criticism against guys who scratch.
Absolutely not.
Realistically, is it better to be out there injured? No, because you're at risk of hurting yourself worse and therefore having a longer time out. But where Ron's concerned, we're going to let him play as long as as long as the doctor's in agreement with it, which he is. So that has affected him, but we'll see what he looks like today.
And a bad week for Ron may be a pretty solid week. I mean, he played in 18 singles games, 2 wins, 2 places, and 1 show. Obviously disappointing based on what he did last year, but still a pretty decent week given all the circumstances. What you're saying, what happened? He's had a couple weeks delay, was in Miami, had to get clearance. So a lot of stuff going on with him in addition to injuries and all that. So bear with Ron, but still 2 wins, 2 places, and a show. Good value in that fantasy if you had him last week. So
I'm going to be very curious to see what happens with Carballo. Carballo and I had a long talk.
Really?
Long talk.
That'll be good. I saw he put a old jersey. They put an old highlight jersey.
He came in wearing an old Dana jersey.
So some guys have superstitious. They wear the same undershirt before every game, and so maybe that's going to be his new thing. Saw him play well. He had a great catch, great scoop along the side wall. And we'll see how that goes for him in this.
With Carballo, it's entirely his head. It's entirely his head.
So he's got all the skills.
So we're talking about we're looking for a higher degree of concentration out of Carballo coming into this next game, and not going for that shot, not going for this carom that doesn't cut out just to throw it.
Yeah.
Throw it hard and inside, make the catches. That's what we're expecting to see. And we'll see if he's able to translate that into his game.
Carballo took 3rd place in the overall singles last year, the championship singles race. And this season, he is pretty much in the middle of the pack. He's got 5 wins. So we'll see if he can get one back right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin Game 8, a spectacular 7 singles match. Played at 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Anderluck serves in the red shirt at post 1 in a first matchup against Ben in the blue at post 2. There's the serve. We begin. Game 8. Anderluck makes the catch. There's the throw from the 8 line. Low and hard, scooped up by Ben. Great catch by Anderluck. Anderluck goes deep, too deep. That hit the overhead screen. Out of play. Point 2. Ben's first up on the board in our 8th game. That'll bring to the court the white shirt at post 3. Here's number 12, a run. Nice backhand by Ron. Good catch by Ben. Ron from the 9 line. Off Ben Sesta, the ball goes, point 3. Ron now serves 2. Kubala in the green shirt at post 4. Kubala on the backhand. Rabote left side by Ron. Scores, point 3. Now receiving in the black shirt at post 5. Douglas. That ball came up, floated on the sidewall, and dropped perfectly. Nice serve by Ron, point 3. Here's post 6 in the yellow shirt, number 22, Bueno. Bueno on the forehand. Good catch by Ron. There's the backhand, taken in the air by Bueno. Ron for the rebote from the forehand. Karam, stopped by Ron on the forehand. He sends it back. That's a nice rebote save by Bueno. He showed lots of control there. Ron puts it low and inside, just where you want to throw it when someone's getting up off the floor. Very nice by Ron, point 3. Ron serves to the pink shirt of post 7, Carballo. Nice backhand throw by Carballo. Ron for the rebote, just above the pad. Carballo's there. Carballo goes hard to the inside. Where that's going to score. Well thrown by Carballo, point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, purple shirt of post 8, Ikeda. Ikeda from the forehand, taken in the air by Carballo. Forehand rebote saved, into the overhead screen, point 7. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return in the second round, Anderluck. Good catch by Anderluck. Carballo moves up, makes the catch. There's the backhand, taken in the air by Anderluck. Anderluck crossing the wall at the 8 line. Rebote, beautiful to the inside by Carballo. Carballo now from the left side. He goes deep. Rebote missed at the 8 line. Point 7. Carballo has 4 points. He serves to the returning 2 post, and the blue shirt is Ben. Carballo makes the catch. Hard throw to the inside. Ben's there. Nice rebote save by Carballo. That was beautiful. Good concentration. Karam by Ben. Got him. What a nice shot. Point 2. Play continues. Ben is serving to Kubala in the green at post 4. Robote left side, a 2-all by Ben. Well thought out. Here's Kubala. Ben stops the ball, but doesn't stop it long enough. That's dropped at the 11 line, point 4. Here's post 5 in the black shirt. Douglas returns to the court. Powerful backhand by Douglas. Douglas fires one over the top. Kubala for the rebote. Missed at the 11 line, point 5. Douglas is serving to the yellow shirt of post 6 in our next matchup. Bueno receives. Backhand by Bueno. Nicely played. Strong forehand rebote by Douglas. Scoop by Douglas. Point 5. Douglas has 4 points. He serves to Ron, who also has 4 points in the white of post 3. Powerful backhand throw by Ron. Powerful backhand throw by Douglas. His scores, point 5. Possible game point for the black shirt of post 5. Douglas trying to stop him. Purple shirt of post 8. Ikeda. Robote fired to the outside. Ikeda read it, stopped it, returns a sharp carom that lands out. Point and game, ladies and gentlemen, of the black shirt of post 5. Douglas. 5 wins it, 7 serves 3. This is for second and third place. That's a powerful backhand. Wow, that caught a piece of the wall. Carballo read it and still played it. Great catch by Carballo again. To the inside he goes. Catch by Ron. Another hard throw. Robote by Carballo. Gonna score. Point and place to post 7. 3 shows. Unofficial order finish, 5-7-3. Your prices will be up in just a moment.
Stu, gotta give you credit there. Looked like a different Carballo. You just talked about it. I mean, all it takes for these guys, they're such good athletes that it's that one little thought that can just get them right back on track. And it's night and day. You saw it on the court there with Carballo.
It's reframing. It's reframing. It's refocusing. It's really, for some people it works, obviously. If you have someone who has the tools to be able to make changes,
yes,
that's the most important thing. Carballo obviously does. He's got lots of different things going on in his head, and he just kind of floats around.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, please think about this.
Yeah. And you see what happens. Great game for him, obviously. It was a pretty good shot that took him off the court, and then Douglas ran it out, but solid game for him there.
No question about it. And your prices from Game 8 are up. The $2 Quinellas, that's 5-7 or 7-5, first and second finishing in any order, is $16.40. The trifecta, 5-7-3, that's first, second, and third place finishing, $448.40. The Mighty Ocho, 225, 433, 75. 6 of 8 numbers returning $27.60. And the carryover jackpot, $908. Ever increasing towards the $1,000 guarantee. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 9, a spectacular 9 superfecta match. The next game is played to 9. That's 9 points. It's our only 9-point game, offering superfecta wagering opportunities. That's placing a bet on who's going to come in first, second, third, and fourth. Post time for Game 9, 7 minutes away.
Stu, we've been working on that player select series, just like quick little interviews with all the players. How about time to meet the winner of our last game? Our singles champion last year, our doubles champion last year, and current singles and doubles champion leader for 2020 as well. Here's number 13, Douglas.
Being the overall champ in the rookie season was great. I put in hours and hours of hard work in the off-season practicing, and just to show that it. My goal for the 2020 season is to stay healthy, play to the best I can, but definitely I would love to repeat winning singles and doubles again. It's definitely a push that I want, and I'm happy that everybody's getting better, and it's going to be harder for me because it pushes me to be better, and that's what I want ultimately. I would love to be the champ again this year. I am definitely going to try my best. Like I said, the competition is getting better every day, and so I'm going to push to be the best again. But we'll see. It's going to be a long 7-month season, and I'll hope to repeat what I did again.
Stu, most surprising stat, not even 21 years old.
No, he's not.
Unbelievable.
And I'm glad to see we have our next player video, because at first I thought we just played Vuelo whenever anybody won. It's like, who won? Play the Vuelo video. There we go. Play the Vuelo video.
We're back. We got a couple more coming up there. We got maybe see Diaz and Vuelo, as you mentioned. So we got a couple more ready, and those will be keep pumping those out with the Jai-Alai Channel as the season keeps going on. So you got more of those to look forward to for sure.
No, they're definitely fun.
Yeah, it's good. You get a little insight, especially with a guy like Douglas, one of the top players. It's really interesting to hear what the top guy has to do, like his mentality, why he likes to be out there, and just hearing from him, best guy on the roster. People talk about him all the time in that chat, so it's good to get his opinion out there and for the fans to see him in sort of a different light. They see him on the court, they see him in competitive, but it's good to get an interview or two and get to know him outside the court as well. So it's number 13, Douglas, and we'll keep those player selects coming for you. And it is also game number 9. That means we got that Spectacular 9 video that will explain the subtle difference between the scoring in this game compared to the others. Take a look.
Spectacular 9 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 9 points wins the game.
And that was a video explaining Spectacular 9 scoring, Stu said. The format for this game available. The Superfecta is just the correct top 4 finishers in the exact order, similar to the trifecta, except you got to get one more number, so a little bit tougher, and there's a little 10-cent option for that as well. 2 minutes now to game number 9, recapping the action in the matinee. Douglas has got the opportunity to do something that I don't know, Stu, if we've seen this year. Might have happened last year with him, but he could go, I don't know, this is a baseball term, but a perfect game. He's won all 3 of his doubles games. He won that first singles game, so could go 5 for 5 in winning all of his games. That would be That'd be pretty cool.
exceptional.
Yeah,
he did do that
yeah.
last year.
Yeah, I was. He definitely did that last year.
He had
in
a couple
lot of
days
his
where he did
games,
that last
right,
year, but it'd definitely be the first time it happened this
for
year.
2020 and getting increasingly more impressive as all these guys continue to get better and better. So for Douglas, the opportunity to do that, 3 for 3 in his doubles games, along with his partner Lamonti, and also 1 for 1 winning that 8th singles game. Game 9 will be coming up now. Less than a minute.
We are ready to begin our 9th and final game of this matinee performance in advance of the 4 p.m. performance. This game is played at 9. That's 9 points, with all points doubling after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt, post 1. Number 23, Ikeda, receiving the blue, post 2. Jedden. Our first matchup has Ikeda serving to Jedden. There's the serve. The game begins. Jedden on the backhand. Robote forehand by Ikeda. Jedden keeps it on the forehand, but dropped the ball. Point 1. Ikeda's first up on the board in our 9th game. That'll bring to the court for our next matchup, Anderluck. Ikeda serves to the white shirt of post 3. Excellent serve by Ikeda. Ikeda from the 10 line. Rote left side by Anderluck. Catch by Ikeda. Ikeda with the hard throw, taken in the air by Anderluck. Anderluck moved up on that ball beautifully. Anderluck at the sidewall. Faked the carom, put it back inside.
Yep.
It scored. Nice fake. Real good fake. Point 3. Now receiving, green shirt of post 4, number 13, Douglas. A nice backhand throw by Douglas. Robote forehand fired hard by Anderluck. Douglas is there. Douglas keeps it low. Anderluck missed the Robote, point 4. Now receiving, the black shirt of post 5, number 12, Ron receives. Powerful backhand taken in the air by Douglas. Carom by Douglas. Lands in and scores. Point 4. Our next matchup has Douglas serving to the yellow shirt of post 6. Here's Carballo. Robote fired by Douglas, caught by Carballo. Carballo goes low to the inside, where it scores. Well thrown by Carballo, point 6. Carballo now serves to the pink shirt of post 7. Bueno. What a serve and what a catch by Bueno. He got it off in time. No holding there. Scoop attempt missed. Point 6. Our last matchup of the first round in this 9th game will be between Carballo and Kubala. Ace. Point 6. Carballo said that he tipped it, which means it's not an ace, but still a good serve. First round's complete. Points are double. First to return, Jed. It's an excellent catch by Jedden. Carballo from the left side. Hard to the back wall. That scores for Carballo. 0.6. Carballo has 5 points, but remember, 9 points needed to win a Superfecta game. Receiving, post 1. Ikeda. Beautiful backhand throw off the serve by Ikeda. Carballo sends it deep from the forehand on the rebote. Ikeda makes the rebote save. Carballo steps up. Strong backhand throw. Taken in the air by Ikeda. Carballo makes the catch. Holds onto it. Rifles the reverse. Carballo not going outside. Going back inside where it scores. 0.6. Straight points to a possible game point here for the yellow shirt at post 6. Carballo trying to stop him. Post 3, the white shirt, Anderluck. Good catch by Anderluck off a good serve by Carballo. Carballo showing a lot of control as he keeps the forehand rebote in play. And point and a perfect game for Carballo. 6 wins it, 4 places, 1 serves to 3. This is for 3rd and 4th place. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Catch by Anderluck. Hard backhand throw by Anderluck. Rebote by Ikeda. Anderluck moves up. Reached out. Missed it. Point and show. That's a 3rd place finish for the one post. Anderluck takes quad. 4th place. Unofficial order of finish. 6-4, 1-3. It was a long conversation yesterday, but it was a good conversation. No, it was. It was. And what you saw him do on the court it didn't come from me, but everything you saw him do was what we discussed, which is good to see. 6-4-1-3, the official order of finish for game number 9. And your prices are up. The Quinella, 4-6. That's 4-6 or 6-4, first and second in any order. $23.20. Trifecta, 6-4-1. That's first, second, and third place finishing. $159.60. Your Superfecta, there's a consolation, 6-4-1 all. Once again, 6-4-1 with all numbers, $146.70. So overall, we got off to a rough start. We acknowledged it. Players turned it around, especially in these late games, which is always good to see. Obviously, you want to see a good card from beginning to end. We're not always going to see that being a young program, but fortunately, each day we do get a little bit better. Than by the time we get into Saturday, the play is usually spectacular from beginning to end. But these late games, this 8th and 9th game consistently, just really awesome. Always good to see.
Absolutely.
Always good to see. Andrew, were you pleased with today's performance? Because if you're not, we're not coming back and forth.
I was going to say, I think I don't know if I'm the deciding factor, but I do really, these guys came out and played well. In particular, got to keep mentioning that his name's Bueno. A guy that didn't, second, third, across the board those next couple of weeks, and it's a lot more difficult than it seems to get into the win column. Then getting that last point, there's a lot that goes into it. So it's really good to see there, and especially when you talked about Carballo too. So that's a pretty similar trend he's got going on. Had a lot of places and shows, so would like to see him turn it around and keep that up, pretty similar to Bueno. So good play. We'll see what happens this afternoon.
Yes, we have a 4 p.m. set of matches that begins at 4 p.m. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this Thursday matinee performance of Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai Channel. We're glad that you chose to join us this afternoon and invite you to join us again at 4 p.m. when we'll play 9 more games. We sure hope you enjoyed today's Jai-Alai action at Magic City. Please like and subscribe to the Jai-Alai Channel. Let us know your thoughts in the live chat when we're playing the games right there on YouTube. On behalf of the players, staff, and management of Magic City Jai-Alai, we thank you for joining us today and hope you'll join us again at 4 p.m. this afternoon. Till then, we'll say bye-bye till we can see you again at Jai-Alai.